all I had to do was say, "Hello, nurse." And it's still happening to you sweet kids. Yeah, Lucas is going like this. And I am a profoundly fortunate man, and I know that I am. It is really impossible for me to quantify what it means to me when folks like you, the organizers of this fantastic world-class show, and it is. I've been all over the world. Dragon Con is probably the top 3 shows in the world for so many reasons. But when that reaction is not about money, it's not about ratings, it's not about an action figure, it's not about my paycheck, it's not about age, ethnicity, sexual preference, even language. I can go places in the world where people might think, Brad Pitt, but if I say, Los Tortugas Ninjas, Kawabunga, they just go, oh my God, you know? So that is a very long-winded way of saying it is profoundly gratifying. And I'm learning as an old man, but nonetheless joyful, the extent to which these characters connect with people. It was not a lifelong dream to become a voice actor. The only other thing I wanted to be in my lifetime as a youngster, and I'm reflecting that in my headwear, was a hockey player for the Detroit Red Wings. I grew up in Michigan. I learned at about college that though I'd played hockey my whole life, I had neither the talent, temperament, nor dental insurance to make a nickel as a hockey player. I was a singer who became an actor, and when I moved to California in 1978, it was ostensibly to do what one would expect: TV, commercials, movies, music. And I was doing all of that as a journeyman young actor. But as you probably know, when you're a non-celebrity talent, you're limited at the beginning for sure, and sometimes your whole career, by how you look with respect to getting an audition. And I was no different. However, when my agent called and said, there's a new show called Transformers, and have you ever thought about doing cartoons? This was, I don't know, early 80s maybe? So I jumped at the chance. But I'll tell you what happened. I was living that axiom that luck is when opportunity meets preparation. I was prepared, unbeknownst to me, for this wonderful opportunity. And it really made itself clear to me when Animaniacs was coming along, because I had already done quite a bit of animation. I was getting to the point where I was going to let the on-camera stuff go because I wasn't limited by this, and I'm still not. I'm old enough to be your grandpa practically, and I'm still not limited by the way I look, thank God. And I remember auditioning for Animaniacs. It was about music, it was about comedy chops, improv, and I thought, oh my God, I think I'm fixing to get lucky. So that's why the trip to California from Michigan, doing all that stuff for the noblest of reasons, because it makes your soul happy. And all of a sudden, this confluence of preparation and opportunity went like this, and so that's why I'm here, and I'm so grateful that I chose that road. I have to say my favorite Pinky and the Brain episode is probably the Christmas special from the first batch. That relationship between Pinky and the Brain is the reason the show is good, the reason it's watchable, the reason people invest themselves in it. They love each other. And even, it's like humans, even though you do this, that old Hackney phrase, at the end of the day, you go, you know what, it's like the honeymooners. Baby, you're the greatest. 2 seconds ago, he's going, bang, zoom, right in a kisser, right? Now, of course, today, we couldn't do that because, for obvious reasons. But you see my point. And the Christmas special really touched on that. But here we are at Christmas, and Brain's plan for world domination includes fooling a bunch of children. I don't know that there's anything more nefarious than that. But at the end of all of this, Pinky is just freaked out about nothing except that Santa Claus didn't receive the letter Pinky sent asking for something for his dear Brain. And all he wanted was to give something to Brain, because he really believes that the Brain has the best of intentions, And so Pinky's going, oh, Brain, but Santa didn't get my, what, I got, and Pinky's like, oh, Pinky, don't be ridiculous, pull the thing now. And, we're supposed to have a little doll that gets people's, their imagination and transfixes them. And Brain somehow, oh, what is this stupid letter you're going to, what is it, you didn't send my letter. Oh, of course I didn't send your stupid letter. And he reads the letter, and he says, Dear Santa, if there's ever anything, if you have something extra in that big old bag of yours, could you please give it to my friend the Brain? So Pinky hands the Brain a keychain with a little globe on it, because he's giving him the world. And the Brain just calls off the whole thing. He gets very tearful. When we watch that episode all together, people have seen it 100 times, and the lights come up and they're going like this. It's just glorious. So with all due respect to people who say, oh, cartoons? No, it's, oh, cartoons! As oxymoronic as that sounds. So obviously I was well cast as Yakko because I haven't shut up. But those questions, in my view, are not answerable with one or two words. They're so important. This weekend, I will hear countless stories about, oh my God, you're the voice of my childhood. We all do, not just me. And that in itself is impossibly wonderful. But then I will hear people who will say, Mr. Paulsen, but for Animaniacs, The Tick, Jimmy Neutron, Goof Troop, The Mask, whatever, Animaniacs, my childhood was a mess. The only joy that I derived from my childhood, my parents had a really horrible acrimonious divorce, or I was in the foster home system, and I really never knew my family, so I had, as long as there was a television, ... I'm fine now, here's my family, but you will never know what Ninja Turtles meant to me. Those are the sort of things that make you realize that, holy smoke, this isn't just something you do that is kind of wacky. This is serious business. It turns out that joy is serious business to many people.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at aibtv.com. Follow us at Watch AIBTV on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And subscribe to AIB Studios on YouTube.